Hi guys, let's talk about what to do if you're having back pain on one side of your low back. So, what could be causing that is tightness in a muscle called the QL. QL stands for quadratus lumborum, and it's responsible for a few things. So one, it flexes our spine from left to right, and it also is responsible for bringing your spine into extension. Walk with me and see if you have this bad postural habit. So when you're sitting, and let's say you're sitting at your desk or in your couch at home, do you sit like this, where you think that you're sitting up nice and tall because your chest is proud, but really your hips are behind your ribs and your spine is being excessively extended? If you do, that could be causing your low back tightness. Another thing that could be causing is if you have the bad postural habit, like I did, of sitting maybe with a crossed leg and then leaning over to one side. I worked with a client earlier this week who told me that he does sit in the evenings on his couch. He'll put his arm on the armrest and he crunches over because it's comfortable. But what it's doing is it's tightening up the QL on the side that he's crunching to. Another thing to think about is, do you sit on maybe a wallet? Maybe it's in your back pocket. What's happening then is that's going to tilt your hips excessively on one side. And so the side that doesn't have anything in the back pocket is the side where you're going to experience the low back tightness. So if you do any of those things, I want you to stop doing it, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to do the stretching and to do the strengthening if you're going to continue with the bad posture. So let's figure out how we can stretch, release, and get stronger. I want you to have a massage ball. So I have a little massage ball that I like to use. You can also use a lacrosse ball or tennis ball if you have one on hand. What we're going to do is we're going to take it, and I sometimes still get tight on my right side. So you want to find wherever you think that tight spot is, hold the ball there, and we're going to come to lie down on it. And here's where we play detective. You get to roll back and forth with the ball just to see if you can find the area where it's tight. Once you find it, I want you to try to relax. And I know sometimes the pain can be so intense that you can't take a deep breath. Guess what? If the pain is that intense, I want you to back off. We'll go to it another day. There's no point in trying to release the muscle if you're just so tense that you can't even breathe. The muscle will not get a chance to release. So if you find a tight spot, hold it there for 20 to 30 seconds. If you find more than one tight spot, you're going to move the ball and hold it there for 20 to 30 seconds. So, and that's either on the right side or the left side. We're talking about one-sided low back tightness today. Next thing you're going to do is extend the legs. Open up just as much as you can comfortably. Don't feel that you have to go super wide. Keep your hips heavy on both sides, so we're trying not to lift the hip if we go. If we stretched out the right side, or if we release the right side with the ball, you're then going to reach over to your left side. And you're going to hold that stretch for 20 to 30 seconds. Again, if you can't go down super far, go wherever you can go. If it's too much of a stretch and you can't even breathe in the stretch, come out of the stretch. If you can, hold it there for 20 to 30 seconds while you breathe deeply. So those are two really good ways to release and then to stretch the muscle. The next thing is my favorite, we get to strengthen it. So side planks are a really great way to strengthen the QL. I'm going to show you a modified version of side planks first. You're going to come palm down, elbow down, shoulder on top of the elbow. Let's say you're new to side planking, which some of my clients are. I'll have them keep their lower legs down, and then we'll lift up, pushing the hips forward, and that's our modified side plank. If you're a little more familiar with the side planks, you have two options. You can either take the top foot in front of the bottom foot, or you can take both legs stacked one on top of the other, and we're going to lift ourselves up into our side plank. Either way, you really want to engage your glutes, make sure that your hips are stacked one on top of the other. I want you to hold your side plank, if you can, for 30 seconds. If you can't, that's absolutely fine. You do what you can. Let's say you can hold it for 10 seconds, go up for 10 seconds, come back down, take a breath, and go back up repeat it until you get to 30 seconds altogether. So what did we talk about? We spoke about some bad posture behaviors that could be causing your tightness on one side of your low back. We're going to stop doing that if you do those things. We talked about how to release and how to stretch the muscle, and then most importantly, we talked about how to strengthen it. Try that 2 to 3 times a week and see if it helps out. You could start to feel some significant relief in a matter of weeks. So I hope you guys find yourselves in less pain at the end of the video than you did when you first started watching it. Let me know what you think in the comments and feel free to share it with a friend. Have a great day, guys.